Hi, my name is David, and in this video I want to show you the latest features and changes in Mixing Station. The first new feature allows you to use your main mute buttons when in Sense on Fader mode. As you can see, when I enter Sense on Fader mode, by default my mute button changes to on-off instead of mute, and it changes the on state of the send instead of my main mute. The new option allows you to keep your main mute buttons instead. To use it, go to your app settings, mixer, scroll down, and you can see a new option called Mix Mute and Sense on Fader. If I disable this option and go back, you can see I now have my mute buttons while still being in Sense on Fader mode. As you can see, if I open a channel, the top bar has now been replaced with a small preview of the processing instead of the full text. This allows you to quickly see the curves of your dynamic processing, your equalizer, and your sense. The color of the send bar represents the color of the bus where the signal is sent to. In addition to that, the app now shows you your insert directly in your channel view. In this example, I will choose just a reverb as insert. As you can see, I get the full preview picture in the top, and I can directly control it from my channel, instead of having to go to the FX instead. Mixing Station now also supports X-Touch MIDI devices. So if you have one of those and want to use all the features available, make sure to go to the MIDI settings and select X-Touch or X-Touch Extender as protocol instead of MIDI control. In your custom layouts, it's now possible to set a minimum and maximum value for your sliders and knobs. To do that, simply edit an existing slider or knob, and you see there's a new value range option, which lets you specify the minimum and maximum value you will be able to use. This is especially useful for fixed installations where you want to limit the maximum value a user is allowed to slide a slider to. You can see if I now go back, I can't get the slider higher than -10 dB. We added a couple of other features which is especially used for fixed installations. One of them is the layout autostart and password protection. If I now go back to the layout editor and go to the top right gear icon, I get my layout settings. Now we have multiple modes to choose from. Open Startup is the new mode available, which means that this layout will be opened directly after Mixing Station has been connected to a mixer. You can also set a password which is required to exit this layout. So you can lock users into the layout. If I now go all the way back to my home screen, hit offline mode again, you can see my layout opens and I don't have the main menu since I'm not using the mixer replacement, but I'm just opening the layout on startup. Now if I want to go back to my main mixer, I have to first enter the password in order to go back. So you can really use this feature for fixed installations where the user only should have access to certain functionality. Mixing Station can now automatically connect to a mixer which has been predefined. This feature is also with the intention for fixed installations, where you want to make sure the app always connects to a predefined mixer even after it has been closed and reopened. To use this feature, open Mixing Station, go to the top gear, select Global, scroll down, and here you see Auto Start. And here you can select which mixer model and which IP address Mixing Station should automatically connect to. You can also leave the IP address empty if you want to use the search instead. If I now restart Mixing Station, you can see it will try to automatically connect to a mixer. To use exclusive solo, go to your app settings, mixer, scroll all the way down to exclusive solo. Here you can enable it or disable it. If exclusive solo is enabled, it will only allow you to solo one channel at a time and deselect any other solos. The next feature is for the Behringer wing only, and it's a sidechain for your gate and compression. If you go to your gate, you can see in the bottom right there's now a sidechain setting. which lets you configure which signal should be used as a sidechain. If you click on the More button, you can see a visual representation of your filter and also change it directly from there. This is also available for your compression. These have been the biggest changes in the latest Mixing Station update. If you liked this video and want to see more, let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching.